Check Your Progress 5, Section 5.1, page 237. Suppose the city of Königsberg had the arrangement of islands and bridges pictured below instead of the arrangement that we introduced previously. There was a different problem that they talked about in this section where they had a different setup. Would the citizens be able to complete a stroll across each bridge and return to their starting point without crossing the same bridge twice? So again, they're looking for an Euler circuit. Now the problem with this is they didn't give us a picture of vertices and edges. So what they're asking is, can you go from land to land to land to land, cross every bridge once, and then start and stop in the same place? So the first thing that we have to do with this problem is we have to actually make a graph. We have to make a graph that has vertices and edges. So our vertices are going to be these three land masses. So I'm going to have across the river, I'm going to have these two islands, and then the other side of the river. Okay? I'm just going to call this A, B, C, and D. Okay? Doesn't matter what we call them, but that's what I'm going to call them. So how many edges are we going to have? Well, first of all, I can cross from this landmass all the way over to this landmass. So that means that B and D have to be connected. Now it doesn't matter where I draw this on here. I could draw it over here. I'm just going to connect B and D. Okay, so I have that bridge taken care of. And if you want to put this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. B is connected to A twice. So I have to have multiple edges represented from B to A. Okay. A is connected to D once. Okay. Make my dot bigger as I missed. So I've got those three taken care of. A is connected to C once. B is connected to C once. And C is connected to D twice. So I have to have multiple edges here as well. So there's what my graph looks like. And everybody could have drawn a slightly different graph, but what's going to be the same is my edges are going to be the same. Okay? A is going to have 4 edges coming from it. B is going to have 4 edges coming from it. C is going to have 4 edges coming from it. And D is going to have 4 edges coming from it. So if they're all even, that means that we can find an Euler circuit. So because they're all 4, it doesn't really matter where we start. I'm going to start at A. And they didn't say where you're starting. They just said, will the citizens be able to complete a stroll across each bridge and return to their starting point without crossing the same bridge twice? So I'm going to start at A. I'm going to go from A to B. And then I'm going to go from B back to A. Then I'm going to go from A to C. Then I'm going to go from C up to B. My only choice is to go from B down to D. And then I'm going to use up these two, so I'm going to go from D to C, and then C back to D. And then my last edge is from D back to A. So I'm starting and stopping in the same spot.